All right, we're back live. We figured it out. I made a token. I put an aura on the token, and so now it doesn't take up all the room. Awesome. So, Zalzu had just gone. Now it is the dragon's turn. Does the dragon get his breath weapon back? We're going to say it does. Woohoo. It's going to move here. Wait, let me see. I need to see how far this is. It's all right. Is the dragon smart enough to know that that is an echo? It is. So it's going to move just once over.
Yeah, it's translucent.
Yeah. It's going to move here, and it's going to breath weapon. Like so. So I'm going to need you both to roll dexterity saving throws.
Ooh.
All right. So you guys are both going to take half. So half of 27 is 13.
13.
Yeah. Good one to save on for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Starfire, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Hideous Laughter on the gold one again.
Okay.
At DC 12.
And it is a wisdom save?
Yep.
Oh my god, it starts laughing again. Jesus.
Bingo.
All right, very cool.
Still got my eyes on him.
Anything else you doing?
Lock him down.
I say he's not faking anymore.
All right, cool. Duroc.
All right, so I'm just gonna move the echo up on him, and if he still has fairy fire, then the echo will swing at him.
Okay.
For my attack.
Yep.
All right, so I'm also going to use this. So I'm going to make essentially 2 attacks from.
So you can make your attack from its location and then this attack from its location again?
Yep.
Very cool.
So the first attack
hits
for 12.
Yep.
The second attack hits for 8.
Nice.
As my bonus action, I am going to use that ability, and because the Non-Lethal Incarnation is not a bonus action.
Okay, so you're taking a second wind to heal?
Yep.
Cool.
Woo!
Dang.
I need that.
Nice.
Okay, second winds are down. Unnecessary Incarnation's down.
Did you probably do the most damage? Did you want to use our once per game?
I took a bonus action.
No, you can the once per games are just free. All you have to do is be able to speak.
So you can take.
Oh, that's right. So I could do the
action
the
surge
Paimon,
and
I could do a little
surge,
dance
yeah.
and get
Yep.
an action surge. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will try that as well.
Okay.
Another 9.
All right. That kills him.
Ooh.
You don't get both attacks on the.
Well, it killed him on the first attack
I
anyway.
guess it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So wait. So you're suggesting like on an act? Oh, that's right. Because on axe 3 you get a full action. Yeah, I didn't specify either. You got to. I guess I got to specify. Like, interesting. Okay.
All right, cool.
I
Killed
would
him.
if I had done that. I can only use that 4 times a day, but that would be worth it.
All right, dragon continues to laugh. Coil, your turn.
Oh, you think it's funny to you? I can still move it, so I'm gonna do that too.
Oh, okay.
Can't be more than 30 feet. So that's 30 feet. Thanks.
I'm gonna lightning that dude, the dragon.
Okay.
Now that the other one's dead. Yeah, there's no point in me holding my action. Is there? Yeah, because I'm right after the dragon. Nice.
Cool. Okay. Back to the top of your order, Zalzu.
Crossbow.
Miss. right. Anything else?
I'll get a little closer.
All right. Starfire.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do create bonfire. On his position. Yeah, he's on the ground, and everybody would be getting advantage, by the way, because he's prone. Still, I don't know if that matters.
Oh, okay. Well, after Coil hit it, it stopped laughing. Like that broke its.
Right, but he's still lying on the ground prone. He would have to spend a movement to stand up.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, he's not laughing. Assuming you rolled a check at advantage. But yeah, anyway, he'd still be prone until he spends movement.
Yep. All right. So he dodges the bonfire.
Okay, so he takes half anyway. I can't find it, but it's D8.
You actually think that the fire doesn't do any damage to him, Starfire.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Oh yeah,
Dargans.
yeah, the gold ones are the fire ones.
Dargans. All right. Cool. Now it is Durok's turn.
All right, one. So I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Keep getting the swip back. Then I'm gonna move him 5, 10, 15, 25. And I'm gonna do the same attack with the
Extra mustard.
So I get extra mustard. So this is he's still prone, right? Because he hasn't gone yet.
Yep.
12's gonna miss. 18 might hit though.
Yeah, 18 does hit. Yep.
Okay, and now I'm going to use a bonus action for my action surge.
Okay.
Do the same thing. Axe. Hit.
Yep.
Hit.
Yep. So how much damage is the total?
20 total.
He did not like that very much. Okay. Let me see. He's gonna do some math here. Maybe this one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
There's a cone.
Yep. So he flies down here.
Well, I do get a. He does get to take my reaction. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
use
Cool. Yep.
3 more damage.
All right. Cool. So it flies that far, shoots a cone at you. He's also up in the air now.
Yep.
All right. So both of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
Not good.
No.
Okay. You guys are both going to take 21 damage from its fire breath. Just.
I have 1 hit point.
All right. And then it's going to start flying, continue to fly. Makes it to like here. All right. Cool.
I made my con save, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dealt 21, right? So
Yeah.
I would need it. Or do I need a
It's
31?
over 10, right? What do you mean for death saves?
No. This is for to keep the concentration. Yeah. So
Oh.
you need to.
It's half
I
damage.
don't have my handbook.
1 second.
Looking. 10 or half damage dealt, whichever's highest.
Okay, so yeah, I succeed.
Cool. All right. Coil, your turn.
Nice.
It makes the save and dies anyways.
Durak is like on the ground. He's all singed and burnt. He's still looking.
At this point, Starfire is now belly laughing, laughing at the dragon.
That was not fun. The elder dragon we killed didn't do any of that shit.
Oh, we got him! We got him! We got him! We're good.
I'll kind of go and I'll help Dorok up, and I say, see, that was not so bad.
Yeah, we gave her to him. For Moradin.
All right.
So I think we'll all need a short rest.
Yeah. Did you want to go back and make
sleep on the fucking
make the
camp area.
offering and do the short rest in the temple?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you guys get is a magic missile.
Oh, cool. From Mr.
There you go, Starfire.
I just got magic missile.
No.
No, but it's a magic missile prayer that we can say,
Yeah.
and anyone can use like the other two things.
You guys get a magic missile prayer.
So once per game, somebody can pray and shoot a magic missile.
Yep.
Essentially.
Cool.
Okay. Short rest. I get. Oops. Sorry. I was just gonna read it. Yeah, I get that at short rest. Get second wind back at short rest. Do not recover carnations or.
And of course, naturally, the other two gods are offended that you did not choose them.
They
Oh,
were
we
just
got a
all-
definition. Is offended. Great.
But you should have seen it
Let's
coming.
just make sure they don't see that coming.
Yeah, just letting you know. I mean, the Garl is double offended because he's offended at Zalzu, but he's also offended. He did not have a good day today. His other like the other gods are making fun of him in the locker room, the god locker room.
4.
These gods, they put us in ridiculous situations where all we can do is piss them off.
Yeah. It's their fault.
I mean, we didn't ask to be chosen or whatever. Why do they keep picking on us?
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
I'm still
We
hurt.
shouldn't be currying the favor of any of these people. They're all just being jerks to us.
Like Coil, did you have things you can use before a short rest that recover for healing? Or no?
Yeah, how would I?
I mean, if you
can.
guys-
I would.
If you guys are going out to the ocean
island.
next, you're gonna have to take a long rest before you get there anyway.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
good.
If that matters.
That does. So we just gotta book it back to the.
Yep.
Back to Gathol.
The next thing you do is you go to I think the next best place to go is to the mushroom place. So you guys,
Yeah, we'll make. That's a good
I
plan.
love those guys.
you make camp at the mushroom location.
Okay.
And
I'm not
then
familiar with that.
it's
Would I
where's
right
the
heal
over
back
here.
mushroom
up
place?
from?
So when you go there, it's sort of like you go like there's the top of a mushroom that you peel back, and then there's like a house underneath, and it's like a really nice appointed house, but there are all these like mushroom people, and they sort of their civilization works the way a mind flayer civilization would work, where they all are like mushrooms that like there's like a brain that sort of controls all the people, but they're just like really tiny. They're like medium to small size mushrooms just kind of walking around, and the way they communicate with you is they walk up to you and they spread spores in the air, and then you can communicate with them telepathically
If you breathe in the spores.
if you
yeah.
breathe in the spores. So Josh has no idea, like he can't talk to anyone, and you guys are all laughing and having a good time because they're really like well integrated with Gathol at this point. Like they know you guys. Like you guys have had there's been Gathol mushroom relationships.
Yeah.
You know, but Coil, since he doesn't breathe, he's just sitting there like awkwardly the whole time.
I had a great night. I don't quite remember everything that happened.
Yep. All right, so you
I
guys.
just, the whole time I'm just gonna say, what did he say? What did he say? Like I'm gonna just be asking for people to explain.
I'll be happy to. Dora will be happy
okay.
to translate for Coil all day. Everything Coil asks, even if other people think it's annoying or like he's asking too many questions. Duroc doesn't care. He likes Coil's like, yeah, he just takes his time and answers all.
Nice. All right, very cool. So you guys head out after that. You go to the boat. There are the frog people with Tef, the ambassador. Is just he's sort of the captain of the ship now. He says, welcome. We got your ship ready for you. Where are we going today?
Take us someplace we haven't been, baby.
Another surprise. Well, there's only really one island that you haven't been to yet, other than the Witch Island, of course. But here,
Oh yeah, we're not going to the Witch Island. No.
but here we go. And you guys start sailing. And just so you know, on a long rest, you get half of your hit dice back. I don't know if that makes a difference, Duroc, but
So I used all 3, so that means I have 1.
yeah, you would get one back, and then you could. Yeah.
So
So
Here's a dumb question, but how many hit dice do I have?
you have 2 hit
2.
dice. It's equal to your level.
So I can only use 1 on a long rest.
Well, no, you regain them. So like, you can use as many hit dice as you want, but every long rest you get half of them back.
Oh, okay.
On a long rest, do you recover any hit points?
You don't recover any
No,
hit
but
points.
Coil has spells he can cast on me.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
a
yeah.
mushroom that cover. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can actually fully heal everyone.
That would be fantastic.
So you're all
I
fully
feel-
healed, but
Oh,
Okay.
keep in mind how many hit dice you have in case something happens.
I
Thank you.
have
well, if he can fully heal me, I won't use my hit dice.
yeah, I have like prayer of healing or whatever.
Yeah, technically he didn't do that at the church, and we had to get to the
True.
mushroom place. So.
All right. So you all head out. You're sailing a little while later, a little while before you see on the horizon a large black ship, a galleon, just large black, just heading in your direction. There are 2 flags on its sail. The first one is the symbol of the witch. So it's like basically they're like it's like a little wand, just crossed like an X, I guess. And the second one is blue, and the frogs relay to you that is the parlay flag. So they would like to chat with us.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to be on bad relations with them. I think. Yeah, let's talk.
Should-
Wait.
This is the witch.
Is this
we
when they started
killed.
extorting us for money?
Maybe. I mean, they are running a protection racket.
I will say what Duroc says. I think it is best to not acknowledge where we have come from.
Okay.
What if we deceive them? We can tell them we are from the desert.
I'm sure they'll buy it.
I can disguise myself as somebody desert looking.
Can you look like a ghoul?
Yeah, sure.
I like it.
All right. So this large black ship pulls up alongside you guys.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
I mean, just in case. I'm prepared for everything.
Yeah, no, it's always the the preparation always makes you metagame it.
Yeah, I mean, players can do all kinds of things.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Cool. So on this ship, as you're sort of coming alongside of it, you see a bunch of like brownies. They're all just sort of like they're like little goblins that have more of like a fey bend, and they're just all like up on the rigging, just kind of traveling around. They're the ones actually sailing the ship. There are 2 sea hags, which are basically just hags that seem wet all the time, like just covered in water.
PG.
Yeah, no, water wet, obviously. And one of them, as you guys kind of pull up alongside each other, one of them sort of walks out and she hails you. She says, Hello. I see you.
Hello,
This ship has been. She looks down at you and she's like, kind of. There's a lot of different of you. We've heard this ship has been sailing around. We wanted to check it out.
Well, it's a ship for hire. We ourselves come from the desert. I don't know who else has been traveling on this vessel, madam.
Who's the captain?
Well,
Starfire points at one of the frog people.
Just at random?
What's your frog?
Just at random?
Wow.
The frog, like.
Is there anything in this game not a resource to be burned?
Nope. Everything's a resource to be burned. So this frog, like, looks like he's just like some deckhand. Like, he looks so scared. And then Taff sort of was like, it's me. You know.
Oh wait, yeah, I guess yeah. I mean, if there was a captain, I would have pointed at him.
I like the idea that you
point
can't
at
tell
the
them
crow's
apart or
nest
something.
whatever,
Yeah. All right. So he.
That would have been a great opportunity, Zalzu, to really go off on your leftist.
Yes, we want it.
Captain. What do you, this is a cooperative ship.
No.
We...
This is a yes. We all, we are an anarchist collective. We take our duties, with consent, and choose a organizational structure without a captain.
When you sort of say that, the Taff just sort of like, yeah, that's what it is. I'm just driving the ship for them.
He knows how to drive the ship best, so he drives the ship, and we all take our separate tasks.
All right. She says, okay. Interesting.
Do any of the brownies aboard your ship enjoy the idea of that sort of arrangement?
One of them sort of moves forward, and he's like, tell me more about it. And she just pushes him into the ocean. And then the other brownies get to work. So
and the brownies
also these witches, the way that they're dressed is sort of like, imagine sort of like modern Nosferatu. Like, you know how they're like all like just gross looking and gnarled in their faces and their hand, but they're always dressed like in business suits and like really nice finery. Like, it's that, imagine that, like just really nice dresses, but the skin and the face just is, gross witch hag business. So she says, we've been seeing you sailing around. We wanted to check in and make sure you weren't causing any trouble.
Us? Oh heavens, no! Couldn't have been us. Maybe one of the other travelers aboard this here vessel. Run by a different group of frog people each time, they say. Amazing. I don't know how they do it. But, yep, this ship is just free for the taking for anybody who happens to wander in on the harbor and take it. So if you'd seen it before, I can't answer for anybody that was piloting it then. We're just a friendly anarchist sea collective.
All right, roll persuasion, I think. I actually don't think it's deception. Roll persuasion. She no. Would someone like to assist him and give him advantage?
I say, I'll say yes.
Affirmative.
So she kind of looks questioningly at you, and then Coyle says affirmative, and then she agrees.
I said affirmative. Proletariat was what I said.
She nods, and she says, all right, well, you're certainly welcome to sail around. Just know that if you start causing trouble on any of the islands, that, of course you could do whatever you want with that pirate island. And she sort of motions to the one where you, like, killed a bunch of dudes. She says, I don't care about that one. But if you cause any trouble on any of the other islands, I will have problems. Oh,
I see. So you consider yourselves to be the landlords of these here islands, do you, Sea Witch?
We are the landlords, if that's what you want to call it.
I see.
Yes.
And the brownies are tenants, is that correct?
The brownies work for us.
Oh, were they the indigenous peoples of these here islands? Just trying to understand, madam.
It's hard to say indigenous. It's been so long. We sort of all sail around. It's
Well, I'm wondering if you asked them what they would say, just out of the curiosity of my own befuddled ghoul brain. Anyway, it's something for the brownies in my earshot to be thinking about, no doubt. Anyhow,
all right. Roll persuasion again. Roll persuasion. All right. I'd like to hear either Starfire or Durok try to give Zalzu some advantage, even though he doesn't need it. I'd like to just have it.
I think that there's a definitely some really important things that are going on in our world around us, and we're just trying to really make amends with sort of all the peoples here. I mean, we want to make sure that we're all under, you came here under a parlay, and if we had a blue flag, I'm sure we would have been waving ours too.
She nods. This brownie walks up and says, "Yeah, I think I'd actually kind of like." And then she just like puts her hand on his mouth, like just closes it, and she's like, "Get back to work, or ocean." And then he looks down at the ocean, and then looks back at the boat, like he's making a really hard decision, and then just goes back to working on the boat.
it's an awful big ship you have, ma'am. How many brownies aboard are there?
She says, many. So anyway, one last piece of business. So one of the things we offer here is protection from the gods. I don't know if you know about them, but they are having a war up there. You can tell if you look up in the sky as it is crying blood. But anyway, any loud or outward praising or effigies to the gods will be looked upon negatively here. So if we hear that you're doing that, we're going to have a problem.
Oh, understood. Well, no worry about me.
Oh, you mean like? Oh no, I was gonna do Mistra, but no.
I'll sort of like turn so maybe my shield with like Morden's symbol isn't quite as visible.
Yeah.
Starfire wants to sort of like break off from the conversation and kind of tuck behind and do a message at that brownie that was just being harassed, and just say, "Hey, this is the wizard on the other boat talking to you. Do you guys need help? Do you need to get out? Just say the word."
He says, if I leave, it'll be worse. These witches, they have powerful and then he gets about that far, and then you hear like as though like someone just hangs up the phone on you, but the rest of you are just talking, and then this guy, he's like scrubbing the deck, and then he just explodes, like just gore everywhere. And the two witches it's like nothing happened.
Starfire, wide-eyed, stays right where she is and does not. I'm like,
I say, "Oh goodness gracious, madam! One of your brownies has exploded."
She says, "Well, now that we understand each other, I'm sure you'll want to be on your way." And then she gives you like a you could sail on, and then unless otherwise, the frogs are like, "Let's get the shit out of here."
What happened to the brownie that fell in the ocean?
I mean, he just got taken by the ocean.
All right. He didn't make his way over to our ship?
Not that you noticed.
Okay. Do we have any ropes or life preservers I could throw down?
You don't see him in the ocean
without
anymore.
the witches. No. Okay, we don't even see him.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I reluctantly bid adieu to the sea hags, and vow to help the brownies revolt another day.
All right, so they sail off.
So can we fly a different flag and attack them this time? I was ready to kill him, but it was a flag of truce.
For what it's worth, if we kept that conversation going, they might have killed off all the brownies for us.
Hey, no, that's not what we're trying to do, Starfire. Trying to get the brownies to kill the sea hags. I only saw 2 sea hags on board, and at least 5 brownies before that one exploded.
Who knows what's below the deck?
Yeah, that explosion. That was
Probably
weird.
more
That was-
brownies.
But Starfire's got a lot of fire. I mean, boats don't like fire.
That's true.
Although those witches were real wet, so maybe that wouldn't have mattered.
The threat level of the hags was much higher than the threat level of the brownies.
Yeah, but what about the dragons? Maybe I'm just coming off of this like I've killed 3 dragons in my life now. What the fuck is a sea hag?
That's a fair point, Duroc. That's a very fair point. So I guess what are we reuniting as the Brownie Liberation Front here? What are we?
Yeah, I say those brownies were. I think they seemed pretty, into my message of just, I was suddenly trying to get them to rise up against the sea hags, and I think they really
Also-
wanted it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And remember, I went out to find when I met Tef. we went-
Tef is like there and he's nodding along, but he's like, you could tell behind it, he's like really scared because like he knows what's about to happen, and frogs are gonna die.
For what it's worth,
So-
last time we spoke to Tef about the witches, and Tef was. I'm putting words in your mouth here, Tef. You said you were happy with the arrangement. And
Well, let
we
me
chose-
explain to you what happened. I talked to his king, Tef's king. I was there when we all found out about the witches. It was me and our crew.
Mhm.
And when we went and go found the madman, they were attacking everybody because they owed those witches money, and the witches were cursing them because they didn't pay up their protection money and turning them into humans, but like badly, like with broken jaws and like teeth on their arm and shit like that. And so we brought one of these. We couldn't kill any of them. We just knocked them out. We brought one back, and we couldn't help him. He was cursed with arcane magic. We had no idea what it was. But them hags is evil. There's no doubt about it. And they're not here to help us. And they're suppressing our gods.
See, nobody has a reason to like these hags.
Can I roll religion to see like how they might be? Like, are they monitoring our prayers, or how they're, like stopping the gods? Is it all a bluff? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
just
Yeah,
to
yeah.
try to
Why don't you make a religion check, and Starfire? Why don't you and Starfire and Zalzu each make a Arcana check? Like, so basically, you guys are kind of like tag teaming it. All right.
Yeah, we're just discussing.
Yeah, yeah. So between the two of you, like, or the 3 of you, I mean, Starfire has with a 9 some to add, but you know, like, between you guys, you kind of think that. I mean, the way that it seems to work is like you've been here and you've cast your magics and stuff like that, but like, you know, and Tef sort of like he doesn't have any of those things like where gods come to him and ask him to do stuff and like bid for his favor. Like that doesn't really happen to him. So you do think that there is some sort of truth to it, that they did some kind of ritual that basically makes it so that the gods like don't focus their eye here. It's not more like it prevents them. It's just more of like a hiding thing or something. Like you think like
Veils.
So they're like
Maybe-
obscured from it.
Maybe they're in league with the demons. If there's a different side of this war, maybe they're in league with the other side, and so they have patrons and benefactors just as we do.
According to the Celestials, there are no sides. It is a brawl. All out brawl.
Well, I guess my point stands that some side is helping them. I don't think that my guess is that they themselves are not behind all of this, that they have some sort of higher power assisting them, whatever that is. If it's, red team, blue team, or whatever, I'm not sure, but
They
I
have a
think there's a
patron
higher play.
or a set
Yeah,
of patrons as well. Yeah.
that's my theory.
Else, how would they be able to prevent the gods? I mean, point of Coil. Coil, you couldn't do that. I mean, neither could you, Starfire. I don't know what you can do, Zazu, but that ghoul costume, I gotta tell you.
I mean, if we're gonna take this to the front, I mean, we could definitely attack the boat, but one boat. I mean, it sounds like there's more.
Hey, it's a
somewhere.
nice boat too.
It's a nice boat.
We could steal that boat.
the other frogs are like, yeah, I mean, we could steal that boat.
But I feel like if we're gonna make a move here, either we make the move. If we make a move here, we're gonna alert somebody, and we're gonna anger a bigger thing. So if we're gonna make a move, we should hit it hard, and we should hit it fast.
Tef,
Well, what we should do
Tef
is
sort of like,
convince
he's like,
the
oh,
brownies-
also, we're not going to be able to go home, or we're going to get turned into humans. So
Yeah. So I don't know if this is the correct engagement. If we want to
Well, does anybody know where there's
figure out where the heart of this is.
Yeah, where's like the brownie,
The Brownie
city
Island.
around here? Yeah, where's Brownie Island? Let's go spread some pamphlets on Brownie Island. We get an uprising for the brownies against the sea hags, and then we just have to, hop in and help mop up a couple of sea hags here and
I
there.
don't know if you noticed, but those sea hags didn't seem too concerned about brownie lives.
Well, then brownies should get real concerned about their own, and it should be easy to convince them to rise up against the hags.
I'm just saying, I'm not sure they can alone.
Well,
If they keep exploding like that.
yeah, Tef.
Perhaps there's a pact or a binding, like the one when the cultist tried to stab me with a knife and he just burst into fucking dust.
We do not know where the brownies are located.
Tef says, well, we know where the Witch's Island is, but typically only tax collectors go to and from the island.
How do
well,
you
who
mean
collects
tax
tax around these parts, and what do they look like?
Usually it's a witch that just shows up and asks for something.
Well, I can look like a witch.
To the witches?
I mean, he shrugs. He's like, I can take you to the island if you want.
I mean, they knew this boat. I don't think that's a great idea. Unless we're
Right,
going to
this
storm
boat
it,
can
like
be-
Starfire says.
But now they know that this boat can be rented by anybody who happens upon it.
Yes, you're right.
Damn my own lies.
So only the frog people here will take damage from it, not us.
Oh well, we can't do that.
I mean, the frogs are like, well, if they catch you, they might turn you into a human
I
too.
bet we could make an illusion to mask the boat in some way. If we,
Change the color.
I'm measuring the boat right now, so it's 30 feet wide, 70 feet tall. Sorry, I gotta. Oh shit! And I don't have. Never mind. I don't have silent image prepared. Yeah. Nope. I don't have a spell big enough to cover this. We're SOL. We gotta come back tomorrow, guys.
While you're calculating the spell, Tef is looking at Coil, and you can tell in his mind he's like trying to imagine what Coil would look like as a human, and it's sort of like.
Starfire, could you not just change a few markings aboard the ship?
I believe so. I mean, I could change the. I guess I don't. How distinct is this ship from other ships? I mean, they knew us from a distance to wave the parlay flag. I don't think it's just a number on the side of the ship.
Tef, how many ships sail these seas?
Quite a few. I mean, this one is like they're all unique. There aren't enough. Like there aren't 50 or 100. You know, there's some. So.
All
Right,
right, new plan.
They weren't made, right? They were found.
We could.
Some of them were made.
If there were enough hours in the day, we could capture one of these ships. That ship to the Witch Island.
Why not take I mean, you want to go looking
Hey,
like a
hey,
witch?
hey, hold on. I have a great idea today. But I disguise myself as a brownie. Sneak
Now
aboard the
you're
ship.
talking.
Sneak aboard the ship, and somehow, without being detected by the sea hags, foment my revolution.
And then, when the fire starts, we come over.
Yes, yeah. When the ship catches on fire, then you guys know to swoop in.
I like this idea.
We still have to wait a day. Because I'm all tuckered out from this ghoul costume. I can't build a new costume at the drop of a hat unless when I can.
Ow.
This is maybe a bad idea. They're probably strong enough in their magic to detect me immediately, aren't they? Well, they didn't detect me this time. So
They
maybe not.
didn't call you on it.
For what it's like the reason why that brownie exploded is I tried to message him and
Whoa, what?
I tried to ask him if they needed help on the sly,
And the witch
and I got like
detected
2
that and
sentences
exploded him?
in, and yeah, I mean he just.
Oh shit. Well, does that mean they could explode any one of us at will?
No, I think it's like the contract, the thing that Starfire signed.
Treaty of
treaty.
Inra?
There's
Yeah.
a treaty between the hags and the brownies that they have to serve, and if they fuck it up, they blow up.
So if I successfully implant the idea of revolution in a brownie mind, it would just blow up?
Just like that one did, I think.
It would, at the very least, that would cripple the sea hag economy.
And I think that they're flighty enough in the head that they start giving them these whims. They're going to exercise the thought in their head, even though they shouldn't. They're like kids.
Well, I can't condone a brownie genocide. Well,
I have an idea.
go ahead.
What if we frame the desert ghouls?
How do we do that?
What if we gather sand from the desert and corpses and put
Go on.
sand on the corpses
Yes.
and raid the ship? Then,
Sail it sandy into the harbor of the witches.
yes,
But like a ghost ship. Nobody's on it.
All that was on it was sand. They would
Sand and
immediately blame the
corpses.
desert. It's foolproof.
We gotta go
And-
get some ghoul corpses.
If
believe
they
that
if
would
they
work.
know
Any corpse
so-
looks like a ghoul.
what, I'll give you this one. So these two civilizations are pretty far apart. They may not know the desert people exist.
Right.
But
Oh,
they're
but
not
if you
that-
start looking, I bet you.
they're not that far. Yeah, they're only like a couple days apart, aren't they?
They're like
Yeah, by the
3
sea,
to
the
4
ghouls
days
aren't-
travel
Yeah.
through a
Inland.
dense forest of what used to be kobolds and other monsters. So, I mean, it's theoretically they could know each other, but if they do, you don't know that. You know what I mean?
It would be very much outside of the other's territory, at the very
What
least.
if they're already working for the same people?
Hmm.
There's a little coalition of demon fuckers out there, and so the cultists are over here in the fucking desert with the ghouls, and then the hags are over there, and then we're surrounded by demon cultists. I bet Bernard knows that fucker, but he won't tell us.
You haven't asked it.
Maybe we should blame Bernard. How do we pin this on him?
Well, I bet you can't. The guy's slippery like an eel.
I still think the ghoul plan is a good idea. The hags might search for the ghouls.
But then they would search for us because all you guys were in the company of a ghoul just the other day. Well, not if we kill these ones. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
But the brownies.
Well,
But the brownies, then we'd have to kill the brownies. Poor brownies. They're just itty bitty guys.
Well, I was just able to knock out the men that attacked us because I could tell they were mad.
All right.
well, the ghouls from the desert weren't the same as the deformed undead zombie things that we fought.
Yeah.
Jay, did the ghouls from the desert? How different from a corpse did they look?
Pretty different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have like elongated claws and teeth. and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
I know, I was attacked by one.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, where are you going to get ghouls?
Well, I guess there's some left over where we fought them the other day.
Ooh, they're nice and ripe.
Sure.
The
I
getting
don't
the
think we got-
sand,
I don't think we can do the ghouls.
getting the sand would be more difficult.
It's
Are
true.
there any kobolds left though?
Why would they bring sand with them?
There's sand
Cora?
all over
Wait a
the
minute.
beach. What are you talking about?
No, we just have to put sand on them. Like sand gets everywhere, right? So they'll
Sand's
just.
the easy part.
Well, we are banned from the desert.
We aren't banned from the beach. That's where we got this boat, on the beach.
Was it a
How do
sandy
they?
beach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why aren't they
Ah.
gonna think
Oh.
it's beach sand? I guess I feel that.
Why would sand be on the body?
Let's stop talking about the fucking ghouls. Come up with another plan.
I feel like we need to figure out a little bit more about these folks, and whatever we're gonna do, we need to do it fast and hard. And we have one more island that we haven't purposefully been told not to go to, but they said don't go to any island or don't cause trouble on any island except for the one with the flesh monsters where we've already caused trouble. So
Well, maybe we
You know,
go to the island nobody's been to. Just to
right,
know.
and then we figure out what's there, determine whether or not we're going to cause trouble.
I
And-
have a new plan. Ghoul,
I like Starfire's plan. That's a good one.
you have not even heard my plan yet.
Give Coil a
All right.
chance, everybody.
From
Coil,
the lips of Morden.
go ahead, Coil.
3 words. Ghoul, mimic, corpses.
Well, the thing is, everybody on these islands got to deal with them hags, and so if the brownies explode, something else happens to them mimics. Everybody, like, you can't like get the locals to help us. They'll die or they'll be cursed.
I am not sure the hags extort
Wait.
the
I have
mimic.
an idea. I have an idea. How do we get the hags to break the contract? Is that possible?
Pamphlets, I think. Proletarian
All right.
pamphlets. you said?
All right,
What if we
we've
could
gone
get the
all
hags
the
to
way
bring-
down. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break, and then these 4 are gonna figure the fuck out what they're gonna do. Be right back.
What contract?
Well, if they, what